Oh boy, the comment section is going to eat me alive on this one. I've clocked in a considerable amount of time into ARK Survival Evolved and PixARK, but I have also played Atlas, Last Oasis, Outlaws of the Old, and Dark and Light. The newest copy and paste ARK mod sold separately by Snail Games is going to end up being ARK Survival Ascended, which is essentially just porting the ARK Survival Evolved game into Unreal Engine 5. But why is that relevant? Why are you talking about ARK when we're talking about Palworld, the Pokemon with guns game? Because it's another ARK clone. And honestly, it's no surprise these devs have the pedigree for ripping off other games and finding success with that. Craftopia, jank as it is a really fun time, but it owes 100% of its identity to other better games. Palworld is the exact same. This is a modded version of ARK with some slightly new mechanics in terms of automation, which we'll get into. But the dinosaurs are swapped out for cute Pokemon. That's it. You have the tech tree, you have the ugly in-game UI, you spend far too much of your time gathering resources and holding F on crafting tables, wasting your time. The main appeal is just that instead of taming a dinosaur in ARK where you have to tranquilize them and feed them and then you get them as a pet, in this game you just beat them half to death and then throw a Pokeball and hope you catch them. At the beginning of the game, progress is almost slowed to a crawl for the sake of making you appreciate the late game. I understand where the developers are going with this. Satisfactory did it. It's a very satisfying game loop to slowly have tedium get stripped away as you start to automate your base and resource management. Basically setting up your Pokemon to do all of the busy work in your base instead of you having to do it yourself. But that's not enough to trick me, because at the end of the day, this is still the exact same game loop as ARK, with some mild conveniences of being able to summon your creature anytime, anywhere. Guess what? There was a Pokeball mod for ARK already. Despite the fact that you're seeing all of these clips from, Twitch streamers and YouTubers and stuff showing all of the haha funny, oh my god, this game allows you to capture people? But when you strip away all of the memes, all of the gimmicks, and all of that crap that's just clickbait, what do you have? You have ARK, which honestly is not a bad thing. It is a great formula. But when I am literally trying to catch a bird Pokemon in Palworld for the sake of unlocking the saddle so that I can ride it, I just start thinking, man, this is one-to-one what they do in ARK. When you go into a dungeon, it's just full of empty rooms. The world itself is vastly empty and kind of weird that we've got these ultra high realistic graphics with these cutesy little Pokemon. Nobody else is going to talk about that, but I find it very strange. So at the end of the day, do I recommend this game? Well, yes and no. I'll say that if you want to play ARK on Unreal Engine 5, don't get ARK Survival Ascended, just get Palworld instead, because it's a much more streamlined and finer tuned product than ARK is, because ARK is running on a dinosaur engine, excuse the pun. But if, like me, you played ARK to death, then there is no reason to get involved with Palworld. I find it so ridiculously ironic that everyone and their uncle was freaking out about Baldur's Gate 3 winning Game of the Year in 2023. And not a month after, we have Palworld completely obliterating the Steam charts. I think there must be something wrong with me, because the idea that a game like this is not only just as popular as ARK, but is one of the most popular games in Steam's history pisses me off. Everyone's acting like this is a brand new title when it's not. If you've ever played ARK, this is the exact same, just it's in Unreal Engine 5, so it's less janky. It's not that this is a bad game, it's just I hate what it represents for the future of the video game industry. It feels like all the progress we made over the recent years with innovation and insanely polished titles was just thrown out the window for the sake of a quick cash grab.